Round one, we'll keep this. Actually seems like a fine hand. No blue mana, but we have Commando and Reality Hemorrhage, so feels fine to me. All right. So I think we're going to chill out because I don't really want to still a mana off from being able to play our blue spells. So I don't really want to use a Reality Hemorrhage on a Scion Summoner. I can though. I guess I still have a salvo. This ramps him too. But then again, if I attack, he doesn't even have to block and he gets to crack for more damage. It just doesn't make sense to me to attack here. So Cultivator Drone can actually supply the mana for Unknown Shores, which is cool. So he found Blighted Woodland, which he could crack right now. Alright. This looks like a deck we could have a problem with. It just looks like he's got all these ramp elements, so this is kind of the match where we need to be concerned. Because he's going to have some big finishers. That was a good rip. Alright, let's smash for 2. And then we're going to drop the drone. Oh, he's ramping like crazy. All right, so he's got fatties in there for sure, which probably means we're going to drop at least a hemorrhage or 2 and bring in the sweep away. Probably the Rush of Ice as well. So maybe drop 2. I'm just speculating here, but I'm probably going to end up dropping a couple of Reality Hemorrhages and bringing a sweep away and a Rush of Ice. I think it's probably a pretty safe assumption he's got some 7 drops or 6 drops or something big in there. Canopy Gorger, okay. So let's see here. Play land. I can play Unity of Purpose plus Reality Hemorrhage, which would let me attack into Canopy Gorger. And then I think we'll do that. Actually, we can do it defensively too. Because he might just take this out as Commando. I mean, it would be pretty ludicrous to attack into the Canopy Gorger. So I think we're going to go for it. This is a dangerous play if he has a combat trick or a removal spell. But I don't really want to go Reality Hemorrhage Boulder Salvo on a Canopy Gorger either. I guess I can. Like I said, if he has a removal spell or a combat trick, which is entirely possible. But I mean, we do get him real good if we go Unity of Purpose Reality Hemorrhage because we get to save our salvo. Let's just attack with the Commando because Unity of Purpose is going to work. Anyway, slice it. So we'll just attack with Commando. Well, I'm glad he took the bait there. So now we Unity of Purpose, we pump. And then we Reality Hemorrhage. First strike down. All right. Well, it worked perfect. Still ended up using 2 spells, but that was like the best sequence I think that could have worked out there. And now we have Guide plus Salvo next turn, at the very least. I don't think he should have taken the bait there. I mean, I'd have to be pretty ludicrous to attack with Zada's Commando. But doing it defensively would have worked out just fine, too. So I can play the Guide and swing with the Cultivator Drone and save the salvo. Ooh, that's a good rip, too. I'm trying to think how aggressive I want to get here. I don't really want to trade off the drone for the... I guess we can get aggressive. So let's go... I guess we can go Guide, Salvo, Profit, right? Yeah, I guess we can. And we still get to swing for the fences here. And we still have some nice looking little card draw engine going for us. So mid-range green-red, which like I said is probably our most challenging matchup. And he's got plenty of big threats in there too. I mean, that definitely puts a stop to things. There's a hemorrhage. I guess we can only draw 1 off Profit. Although if let's use Profit now in case we rip a land, because then we can use it twice. All right, so we can use it twice now. I guess we just chill. Opponent is at 11. Crusher's pretty big, man. It is a big dude. Mina and Den, okay. His guy's already got trample, so I guess that's irrelevant. But it's a 4/4 I got to deal with. See if he swings. No swing, okay. Well, we're getting card advantage, so the longer we chill here, we're gonna get a lot of cards, which is good. Untap, draw. Let's use Profit again. Seer's Lantern. So I guess I can play the Lantern and I can scry. But then we can't draw, but we probably still do it. Guess I should have left the red up so I could have reality hemorrhaged. I just assumed that we're going to use lantern, but not necessarily a safe assumption here. All right. I mean, he's building a nice defense wall here, so we're going to have to find our Guardian of Tazim. But if we do, we're in good shape. Bottom that. Untap. Draw. Aggregate's a good draw here, so let's go land. Let's draw off profit, I guess. Nettle Drone is good. Definitely. I'd probably just go aggregate drone. Looking good now. Profit of Distortion is kind of cleaning up for us here. I'm not sure I understand that. I don't mind it, but don't understand it. Wouldn't you want to use that as a combat trick, especially given that you've got all this mana? Right? I mean, if he attacks with Plated Crusher, I can even block with Aggregate and Cultivator Drone, and he can only kill one of my guys. If he attacks with Mina and Den, I can kill it with Aggregate. I guess I'm not. I can also just block with Drone and Zada's Commando, though. Or, let's say I take it. He doesn't have a follow-up play. I reality hemorrhage the summoner. I swing with everything. He blocks my biggest guy, Aggregate. He blocks my next biggest guy, this. He takes 3, 6, 8, 12. He would take lethal. I'm not entirely convinced he doesn't have a follow-up play, though. I think we'll just offer him a drone or a Zada's Commando trade here, both of which seem fine, given that we've got the late game sort of locked down. Seems fine. Did make our aggregate slightly weaker, but I don't think that's a big deal. All right, let's go profit. Oh, I maybe should have used Lantern, but then again, probably not, right? I probably just want to use all my resources for using profit. That makes more sense. All right, let's go profit one more time. Predator. I think we just want to leave up reality hemorrhage. So if I hemorrhage the summoner and swing team, I don't think it's good for us. I think we just chill. All right. Deck thinning. And scrying. Let's see if he finds what he's looking for. This might indicate to us something. So if he tops, he either finds a creature or a removal spell or a trick. If he bottoms, it's obviously a land. Put a card on top. Okay, so he did find something. Just don't know what yet. Okay. It's actually pretty good. I presume that's what he found. All right. Not really a huge deal. At this point, I'm willing to trade an aggregate and a Zada's Commando for the Plated Crusher, I think. I don't have a problem with that, given what we've got. Looks like he doesn't want to trade it, though, so it's just Nettle Drone. And I wish I could use Zada's Commando. No cohort, unfortunately. So what's on tap? Hemorrhage number 2. So I can ping, hemorrhage. I can basically turn these into lightning bolts. I think we're getting there. Let's use the Prophet first. Of course. Wait a second. These are all lightning bolts? Doesn't that mean my opponent's dead next turn? So ping, reality hemorrhage. That's 3, 6, 9. But just 9, right? Unless I'm missing something. Ping, untap. 2. Why is this hard for math for me? So we ping. He goes to 9. I use reality hemorrhage. He goes to 7. I untap. I ping. He goes to 6. I use reality hemorrhage. He goes to 4. Untap. Ping. He goes to 3. I use reality hemorrhage. Ping. Untap. He goes to 0 after the last untap. I don't know why I can't do this math, but let's just do it now. We'll find out. I guess we should, because he's got the retreat. 6, 4, untap, 3, 1, untap, 0. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've got it. Did I do this wrong? 4, untap. 3, 1 untap. Yeah. This took me way too long to do the math. That'd be funny if I was still wrong. But I'm pretty sure I'm right. Jeez. Only took 4 reality hemorrhages. Oh my god. That is crazy. So he's got Fatty Dot deck, right? Canopy Gorger, Cinder Hellion, Seed Guardian's going to be good. Plated Crusher. What can I do against all the fatties? Even though Reality Hemorrhage played, amazingly there. I don't think that's what we're looking for. I think we're more on the sweep away plan. Rush of Ice, but yeah, probably Rush of Ice. And then we probably ditch a couple hemorrhages. I think they're going to be less useful overall in this match. Unity played well for us, though. I admit, the hemorrhages looked pretty sweet there, but we saw all 4 with the Nettle Drone out. Come on. Come on, folks. Like, how often is that going to come up? If I had more evasion, I'd play it, but we don't. Maybe actually Coral Helm Guide. That's a good reason. Okay. I think this is a matchup where we want the Coral Helm Guide, definitely. This is where we want to sneak damage through. So let's ditch a couple hemorrhages. Like I said, I think they're going to be less useful. I think we ditched the free runner for the guide too. I don't think Menace is going to be good enough against our opponent, so I'd rather just have something that in the late game lets us smash in. And then I just want the Rush of Ice and Sweep Away to buy some time against fatties. All right, let's do this. Yeah, we'll keep it. I mean, no blue mana again, but if we rip a blue mana, we get one of our few evasive guys. Oath of Nissa. All right. This card's okay. I don't think it's great. The fact that you can actually miss on it's kind of crazy, but I don't think our opponent's going to miss. That would be pretty strange. I mean, if you have all instants and sorceries on top, that would be a bummer if you played Oath. But Marasa Ranger, all right. Card's good against our Reality Hemorrhage, not so good against our Boulder Salvo. But it's also not good against our Sweep Away either. Okay, Nettle Drone is a great first spell to play in our deck. Plus, I don't think we saw any removal from our opponent, right? Okay. Ooh. There's one of our big-time finishers. We are quite a bit away from casting that, though. Getting in there. Marasa Ranger. All right. So might have to kill that Ranger. It's going to get out of range next turn if he uses it, when there's a pretty reasonable chance he does. Otherwise, I might have to wait until the Sweep Away. I don't think that's going to work well for us, though. I don't love using the Reality Hemorrhage here for not much value, but I kind of have to turn on the Boulder Salvo if I want to kill the Marasa Ranger now. I guess we go for it. Sneak some damage through. So ping, Hemorrhage him, untap, Boulder Salvo Ranger, swing for 3. Not a big fan of this. But like I said, I don't think that I don't think he'd make the trade, and I'm not going to be able to keep up with Ranger, I don't think. He's got like some ramp, well, I guess ramp elements don't work that well with Ranger, but I just think this is what we kind of need to do here. Till we find blue mana. Like, the fact that he can just go land, pump to a 5/5 really does If I had blue mana, it wouldn't be a big deal, but I don't have blue mana. And Summoner, okay. So, we're just like a blue mana away from some real value here, though. All right. Even an Unknown Shores at this point is pretty good. We're in pretty big trouble now, though. That turn in particular was a big miss for us. Him not having plays really is kind of a bummer because it means we could hold up this board with a blue mana. Ripping blue spells is kind of the worst part. I still think we've got one more turn, really. We could seal the deal on this if we... I mean, I guess technically if he doesn't advance the board, we have a couple turns, but... we could still seal the deal on this with a blue mana. I believe in us. If he plays a Plated Crusher, I guess we can't, but... Man, that's so not intimidating. I just need a blue mana. Alright. Another blue spell, too. Man. Alright, so we gotta chill. I guess we're dead. Alright. Well. Definitely had the opportunity to pull the trigger on this game, but did not get there. I still think our sideboard plan is going to work fine against him. You know, abstruse interference might actually be a thing, but probably not. I mean, I get it because he's got the expensive stuff, but Void Shatter might actually be a thing. Huh. That's not bad, actually. Maybe we ditch one more Hemorrhage. I mean, we really did not see a bunch of Hemorrhage targets. Let's bring in the Void Shatter. I think that actually makes sense. We know he's got fatties, and if it's not a fatty, it's a ramp spell, so let him ramp and then counter when necessary. Okay, I like that plan. All right, game 3, we'll play first. Yeah, his hand's fine. Both colors are two probably most powerful spells in our deck. And a good removal spell against our opponent. I think we're looking pretty good here. If we draw like an Incubator Drone, we're in real good shape. Okay. Settle for a Reality Hemorrhage. That's our last one in our deck, too. You can go down from 4 to 1 and still find it. All right. Even if he plays a Cinderella in here, we still get to swing in with the aggregate and leave up Sweep Away if he... I admit, Sweep Away on Cinderella is not the best because he still deals damage, but it's certainly worth it. And if we rip a blue mana, well. He also saw no incentive to bring in Plummet if he had it, games 1 and 2, because we never showed him a Guardian of Dazim. All right, retreat. That's a good sign for us. There we go. Beautiful. Now he's in pretty big trouble. He's got to do something pretty spicy here. Guardian is not easily killable by green-red. Devour in Flames, that would do it. Seed Guardian, a little bit less concerned about that. I mean, granted, we don't have a island to keep the Guardian tapped, but I'm not very concerned about that. All right, so let's go land, tap your dude, swing for 8. Zada's Commando, pass. Pretty happy he did that. I imagine he'll play a fatty now, but we get to end of turn sweep away his Seed Guardian, and that's going to be game. Or maybe we get lucky and he tries to like unnatural aggression and we can sweep away in response, which is also pretty brutal. All right. Got there. Opponent had a slow start, and we had a relatively quick start with our 2 bombing spells, so panned out well for us. Drew well in game 3, thankfully. I think sideboard plan was ultimately good against our opponent, definitely. All right, we'll see you in round 2.